Ladies and gentlemen, does the government of William Ruto care about its diplomatic relation with Eastern African countries? Does Kenya as an independent republic value territorial integrity of other countries? Is it worth to stick our noses into other countries' affairs? It is evidence that the government of Kenya seems not to care about diplomatic relations with East African community members. Diplomatic tiffs within 3 months have risen to 4. Since getting into power, President Ruto's government has already been accused of severing Kenya's diplomatic ties regionally and even internationally. These are the countries that within just less than a year, Kenya government has been for a reason or the other faced backlash both international and regional and even back at home. As we begin the countdown, please subscribe to our channel and remember to hit the notification bell. First, we're going to start with Uganda. Tension between Kenya and Uganda is not a new thing and has turned ugly in 2 major occasions. In October of 1987, Kenya and Ugandan forces engaged in a firefight at the Busia border after President Museveni accused Kenya of supporting rebels opposed to his government, while Kenya accused Uganda of allowing free movement of the Kenya militant leaders to travel through Uganda, and that Uganda had allowed 200 children to be flown to Libya through Uganda for military training. The fighting went on up to mid-December when former president of Kenya, the late Daniel Arap Moi, met Yoweri Museveni of Uganda at Malaba and truce was reached. Secondly, there has been tension over the ownership of Migingo Island, which has seen the harassment, arrest and detention of Kenyan fishermen by the Uganda police. The situation is, however, slightly different now. Currently, the tensions are arising from the punitive trade policies adopted by Kenya. Uganda will from January 1st of 2024 stop buying fuel from Kenya farms after it entered into a 5-year contract with Vital Bahrain, which will supply it with entire fuel needs. This follows Uganda's application to use the Kenya pipeline to transport fuel, which was declined by Kenya. Perhaps this explains the notable absence of Uganda's president from the recent Jamhuri celebration. Number 2, we're going to talk about Tanzania. The tension between Kenya and Tanzania grew out of the collapse of East African Airways in January 1977, which saw the 2 countries close their borders and restricting movement. In 2017, Tanzania police banned 6,400 day-old chicks imported from Kenya. The tension escalated to 2018, where the late President Magufuli regime imposed a 25% import duty on Kenyan confectionery. Despite both countries being part of the East African community, border checks and conflicts have resulted in occasional unrest and protests along the border. It is in the public domain right now how the president of Tanzania view our president. Talking for instance, her comments about Kenya's electricity situation to tough economic times and the many foreign trips President Ruto has made. It is clear that there is more than meets the eye. It is ticking time bomb that will somehow explode not far from now. Samia Suluhu was also notably missing from the Jamhuri celebration, noting that she was busy overseeing the recovery of her country from floods. Number 3 is Sudan. Sudan's government has repeatedly accused Ruto of having business ties with the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. President Ruto denied the allegations. We all remember Lieutenant General Yasir Alata daring Ruto to send KDF to Sudan and swearing in the name of Allah that none of the soldiers will come back alive. This was followed by the pro-Russian hackers known as Anonymous Sudan through its official Telegram channel, claiming that the digital infrastructure in the Kenya was attacked because Kenya has been trying to interfere with the affairs of Sudan. This adding to the list of countries within the East African region Kenya has had a tiff within the last 3 months.
يجي زي الرئيس الكيني يقول أنا أجيب قوات شرق أفريقيا، يا الرئيس الكيني قوات شرق أفريقيا خليها في محلها. أنت جيب الجيش الكيني تعال. والدولة الدعمات الدعم كل المرتزقة زيك الدعمات بالقرش مشتريات بالقرش دي ذات تجيب جيشها. والله غصب واحد فيهم بيرجع تاني ما في نحن يا اخوانا طريقنا واحد السودان يشرق عليه الشمس في يوم باكر ولا جنجويد.
Number 4 is Haiti. Though not an African country, Kenya is carrying out plans to send its police to Haiti to help the government of Haiti, which is struggling with gang violence. Armed with automatic weapons, smuggled in mostly from the US, the gang members often outgun the local police, sometimes burning their vehicles and stations. Why can't the developed nations do the work themselves through the UN Security Council? The gang leaders even swore, just like Sudan, that none of the police will come back alive. I hope their families will get to see them again when they go for this mission. Number 5 is Democratic Republic of Congo. Problems first started from the time when Kenya involved itself in DRC. Fast forward just over a year, and the troops are now in the process of withdrawal, prompted by growing tension with the host state. Democratic Republic of Congo on Saturday, 16th December 2023, recalled its ambassador from Kenya amid deepening tension between the two countries. That, however, is not all. Somalia also has had tension with Kenya over minerals in the Indian Ocean and security. This has led to the closure of borders between the two countries. Increased Al-Shabaab activity in the border area has resulted in a surge in attacks targeting security forces and civilians in northeastern Kenya and coastal Lamu County since June 2023. From all this tension, and it's clear that the president should find a way of ensuring his government keeps the good diplomatic ties with Kenya's neighbors. Otherwise, Kenya will find itself surrounded by enemies. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time. See you in next video.